Hello, welcome to this 444 collective reading that I was in the middle of doing a reading and I said, nah, this is for the group. As always, use your own discernment, join with intention, and allow the message to be received with an open heart. A quantum reminder, we are speaking through symbol and story here, so please don't rely on any tarot reader for factual evidence. You are always encouraged to do your own research, especially when engaging with strangers on the internet. Let's get to this unlocking. So here, what has been unlocked that you have unlocked is this Page of Pentacles energy. I have this with this skeleton key here and some moonstone. And I'm seeing in the key here how there's the three bumps. And yes, you can think of like a 3-leaf clover, but there's something about things coming in threes. I woke up from a dream a couple days ago, and my dreams have been I won't go into detail, but they've been very different recently. Very, very different. There's been a clear shift. And I woke up, and the only thing that followed me out of that dream was 4 becoming 3. And it was in Witch and Scythe's reading in the past couple days about 3s appearing and also skeleton key. So I'm like, dope. There has been something coming through for a while that is in the spring. And I was seeing it as something where it's kind of like, if you're going to jump through the hoop, walk through that portal now, because it's going to start to close near the beginning of April. And if you don't make this round, that's fine. And I feel kind of challenged using that language of like it's a lap around the track and you hope that you get to the finish line. It's not like that. It's like being prepared. I think of, okay, for studying Japanese, there's like levels N1 to N5. N1 is the most beginner and N5 is complete fluency. And so it's about preparing to take the test. But when you take the test, you need to know which test you're taking. You don't take any random test, you need to prepare in advance. So that totally makes sense to me. But like, let's say you're beginner learning Japanese and you are preparing for the N1s, right? You're preparing for this intro Japanese proficiency. You're not going to show up to test day expecting to write N2, although you may carry some heavy emotions about being disappointed that you're not further along in your learning journey. But that doesn't mean that you're not already here where you are. So here we have the Sun card, and it came out, and as I was, because I don't really do readings out loud, I've said a million times, so I'm filtering things through my head without language. Don't know how else to put that, but like, I don't know, spiritual telepathy or telepathy with source. Like, I don't know what words you want to say. Anyway, and it was a realization, boom, the Sun card, and then a realization, boom, the Chariot. And at first, when I had seen the Sun card, in something about it, I was like, oh, strength. And then it didn't. Then the third, again, 3, the third card that came down was strength. So I'm like, okay. And this is the Witch's Tarot, if anyone's curious. And I can't use it on my main channel publicly because it's mostly all nudity. But whatever it is, this Page of Pentacles, that you've gotten to the level of your test that you are now prepared to pass. It's not about studying in the dark anymore. I'm looking at actually this is for Substack, so I'll take a picture and I'll put this on the post. But I'm staring at a scarf, a silk scarf that I got last summer. And it has a bunch of symbols all over it that I don't know what they are, but there's one and it says Terra, and it's a circle, and then it has a line to 3 out. and below that is a triangle, right? So anyway, go to the post, you'll see. But you've left the place where you are now at the top of the triangle. You are no longer at the top. You could say quantum hopped is language to use, but you've moved forward. You've achieved. You can say evolved, enlightened, awakened, like you're on a next level. And now you are this dot that is leading to 3 more paths. And so it's not, how do I say this? I'm speaking very generically. It's not that you're done learning forever, but you have mastered the level element for where you have been wanting to go. Let's get this sacred geometry that just caught my eye. Oh, top and bottom. 2 and 3. Mandala and the Kiss. Now, the Kiss came out in a reading last month sometime, and I had been talking about how it's 3 circles, and then I was talking about the stars in the background, and I said, oh my goodness, there's a 4th circle here in the stars. I'm feeling that this is that first circle for Terra, and then these are the 3 shooting out. And this is in recognition of Taurus, Taurus, for our energy fields, the vibration that you are emitting is what is going to magnetize to you. And I don't think I need to explain that at this point, because if you get it, you get it. And this is for people who are here. Okay. Also, the 2 of Swords, Queen of Swords had come through at the end there. Yes, and so it was the 5 of coins and then the Queen of coins. And for me, this deck, this is the one that I talk about, where it's kind of like her face is, it's like there's 2 layers exposed, one on top of the other. I see it as recalibration and something coming into existence. And so it came out to be, through this Ace of Wands, the birth of something, right? You're now in becoming your Queen of Coins, your Queen of Pentacles. So what message is there from Spirit? Oh, also, I have on my windowsill, it's one of those, yeah, I'll cut that. It's one of those little block calendars that there's like 2 blocks for the numbers, kind of like dice, and they have numbers all over them, and so you rotate them to get the day. Today is March 12th. It was on March 10th because I mean to do it every day, and I don't, and I'm at peace with that. But I turned it specifically, I put the 2 in my hand, and I put it in. Like I've been using this for a couple months now. I know how to move a block. And I did that, and then I was comparing dates in my planner and adding them onto my calendar, etc., but I was very specifically dealing with dates. And then I sat down and I looked over, and it's set to March 17th. Now, that is 5 days from now. I don't know if there is something that's going to be happening on March 17th, or if there's something happening in the 5 days from now until then. It's actually interesting now that I'm saying this, because tomorrow's Friday 13th, shout out. And so I was gonna record videos then, because I've been doing other things today, and like, holy shit, I've been busy. But as I was doing this reading, I said, no, this is for the collective. Icosahedron. Getting the blue for the message. I was like, no, this is for the collective. So perhaps it's something very specifically. So I'll post this tonight from March 12th to 17th. Okay. Okay. let's do a bit of fairy deck. Yeah, I had death come out on bottom. I had death and devil coming out in a couple little smaller vibe check readings I was doing to catch on to the energy. The Laum. Oh, 30. So number 3 again. I'm seeing here how she has her wings tattered, you could say, tattered. And these ones here look like they've been growing for longer and they've really been going through it. But the way that I'm viewing this now from this angle is that these are new wings that have sprouted higher up. They're at a higher frequency, a higher vibration. They're not bogged down and weighed down by the trauma, the pain, the suffering, the misunderstanding, as the ash falls. It's being uplifted and amplified here. And this, I just see as this buddy who's just like, I'm just so glad to be here. Super glad to be in her beautiful company. As I'm getting a ringing in my left ear. Ace of Swords, 5 of Wands. And so what it is that you're talking about, potentially, I know this applies for me, it has the potential to be disruptive to others, and it may make you want to isolate or not engage in the conversations. I'd had the Hermit come out just before this. And so this is not even a warning, just be mindful. Be mindful. I know that you're starting a new leg of the journey has sparked. I keep saying leg of the journey, and I've been saying that for months now, but it doesn't feel like the right language anymore. It does feel like we're at new adventure mode. And adventure isn't the right word, but I'm using it for ease, right? So there is something, if this is resonating with you, that is beginning. And perhaps there are seeds that are fertilized over the next 5 days, are planted in the next 5 days. And perhaps in the beginning of April, that's when you see the sprouts starting to lift from the soil. Even then, that's a bit quick for a turnaround. That's kind of fast. And I'm just looking over in the corner here in the windowsill, and I got this little clown. And it's just, I don't know, magic and funkiness is everywhere, my guy. So don't be surprised, shocked, or the King of Cups. So you are balanced with this. Okay, so we have Jack, and then 8 of Cups, 9 of Diamonds. So this is something that you're bringing in through wealth vibration, I'm getting. But I know that there's like Jack, you can decide whether it applies to Page or Knight. But in this, I'm getting it a little as, well, actually, they're both carrying something. So maybe this is Page energy, but this is the little gift that you are birthing into the world, that you are carrying around with you. What I was going to say about these J's is being trickster energy and just cheeky, just up to something. Also, the names of the cards might mean something for someone. So we have Kind in Rodham Clyde by Gabrielle Munter, Iris and Janet, Etheldrada Lang, and Blanche with Rabbit, Lise Bing. So specifically, wow, they all have names on them. Okay, and even this you can kind of see as something in the lap, you know? So it's definitely not being alone. It is spirit along for the ride as I'm peeling off part of my desk, and that's fine because it's new growth. Okay, I'm gonna end this here. Thank you for being here, Hor. for the 444 collective. The energy recently has definitely been challenging. It's been pretty dusty. Dusty and foggy, I would say. And we're walking into the clearing now. Awesome. Okay. Stay tuned.